Islamabad talks and Islamabad Accord, the negotiations between Iranian leadership and American leadership happening in Islamabad, and we are discussing it continuously on Express 24/7, what it means for the world, what it means for the region. Fahd Husain is with me. It was just playing in my head again and again what Mark Carney said about the Middle States last year at Davos. And he said that the way the America is dealing with the world, soon Middle States would have no way to deal with them at their terms. And they would have to bend down and all that. And look at the Middle States.
Absolutely. The mention of Middle States is now trending. People are talking about the value that they bring to this global security architecture. It's a new thing. It's a new jargon which has come in. And I was thinking the other day that we're talking about the Middle States because we are going back to Middle Earth of Lord of the Rings, because that's how the whole global architecture is looking at. And whenever you talk about Middle States, we're talking now, of course, increasingly of Pakistan, of Saudi Arabia, of Turkey, and Egypt, and now, of course, a country like Brazil. So they have a role. The role is getting bigger. I think this particular event that we are now covering is the biggest display of middle power.
Yeah, and I somehow think that the way the world is changing, the multilateralism that used to exist before this conflict is not coming back. Now the multilateralism would mean equal participation of all the states in whatever way they can participate to bring more peace, more stability to the world. Do you think that we are ever going back to that era of the Security Council taking decisions on the big conflicts, or the international law bending the way towards what you call the big stick? Do you think that is coming back?
I think it will come. It will be in operation in a different way. It will still hold value. But as you can see in this particular conflict, the UN was nowhere. Very recently, a resolution was
by Bahrain.
They tried to push it to the Security Council, and it was vetoed. So when it comes to actually having the kind of influence that can resolve conflicts, I think now new, fresh platforms are emerging. We are sitting here right now at one such platform, and increasingly I think we're going to see more such the ways of resolving conflicts as opposed to having them rooted through traditional organizations.
But how long would it take for US to come back to that democracy and human rights and the liberty?
That's a difficult question.
How long would they take to recover?
I think the US has to fight their own demons. I think they're in the middle of it. Once this conflict ends, I think there'll be a lot of questions within the US. Midterm elections are coming, so there'll be a lot of political turmoil, and I think it's very difficult to right now predict where US politics is going to go right now.
Well, two presidents, Trump, Biden, both compromised by one catastrophe in Gaza. So a long way to go for the domestic audience of US and in fact the whole global order. And this brings me to the end of this part of our transmission.